Greetings to my team of 144 and all Starseeds, Lightworkers, and Wayshores. Today is 4/12/2019, April 12th. It's a 12/21, the mirror effect. It's a beautiful half moon out there this evening. There is also an amazing sunset today with all the colors of the rainbow. The purples and pinks, golds, blues, reds. And this morning there was a 6.8 earthquake by Indonesia about 7:40 a.m. There are several other earthquakes around the world today. The earth, as she's going through this ascension from Gaia to Terra Nova, we're feeling these energies. We're all going through this ascension process, so we're feeling many different ways. Yesterday, today, I was feeling the throat chakra opening, almost as if I had a stone in my throat. It was an expansion. And yesterday and last night, an expansion of the crystal palace in the brain. And then this morning, also around 10 a.m. Eastern time, the Schumann resonance spiked. There was a total whiteout on the Schumann chart, which happened last month, I think around the 17th or the equinox. It's going to be a full moon on the 19th. So many more energies coming in. These rainbow waves are hitting hard now with this these portals opening. This morning during meditation, the winds really kicked up. It felt like the whole house was shaking, almost like it was going to be pulled up out of the ground. And then last night, many more vivid dreams, very intense dreams and long dreams. I visited my grandmother, Mary, who was a divine angelic being in this realm. And on the other side, I was at her house and where she lived most of her life, and she was sleeping on the Davenport. You know, she would call the couch a Davenport. I used to think that was hilarious. I remember as a kid she would tell me sometimes that, you know, I'd do crazy stuff, so she would say I need my head examined. And I'd get aggravated and be like, "Where are they going to cut my head open and look at my brain?" You know? So she was resting on the couch, and when I came in the house, in this vision, dream, whatever it was, she awoke. She always dyed her hair black as she was older when it turned gray, and it was all messed up, and she was like half awake and looking through a notebook asking me if I knew what appointment she had that day. She had something going on that she forgot about, and I didn't know what she was talking about, but it was very vivid, very colorful. Well, I just got cut off there. The 11:11 portal just opened, and it shut down my recording here. So let's take two. I'm not sure where that left off, but that was 20 minutes down the drain there. I just realized it cut off, so let's see. I'm not sure where it left off, so I'm just going to start the transmission here. The event, the Atlantis command speaks to Earth. Pleiadian Light Forces transmission 412-2019, channeled by Michael Love. Begin transmission. Great ones, A few days ago, an encoded galactic transmission was received by key Earth Alliance members. The message simply said the Atlantis command has arrived. Immediately after receiving this transmission, channelers who are members of the Earth Alliance established a direct etheric link-up with these advanced beings, and an incredible download of Akashic light data began to flow. Here is the decoded contents of this transmission. You have seen with your eyes that incredible and historical waves of high vibrational plasma light has been flowing into the Earth's ionosphere since 9/11/2018. These waves of high-frequency gamma light have been impacting Earth frequently and are causing the vibrational resonance of the Earth to reach record 40 Hz fifth-dimensional levels for sustained periods of time. The high levels of vibrational activity that are occurring recently on Earth has never happened in modern human times until now, and it's not stopping. By now, as a Starseed station on Earth, you understand that this divine light is being sent to Earth with a great purpose, and is being sent by intelligent, benevolent, and advanced beings who have a compassionate interest in the awakening and ascension of the beings of planet Earth. There is a massive coordinated effort occurring right over your head that cannot be seen with human eyes, that involves billions of light beings riding advanced stellar craft that are docked around the planet Earth at this very hour. These incredible 5D rainbow plasma light ships have been detected, photographed, and filmed by every major solar observatory, space agency, and by many astronomers and amateurs all across the globe. Allow us to give you more information now about what is transpiring, dear one. We are the commanders and crew of these grand celestial light ships. We are a special division of the Atlantis Command of the Galactic Federation of Star Nations, and we have arrived in Earth's solar system for the purpose of assisting all the starseeds on Earth in the Grand Ascension event. Earth has reached a critical point in its history and evolution, and as a starseed on Earth in a human body, you are well ready to make a quantum leap in your consciousness. We realize you have been waiting for a long time for things to change on this planet, and believe us, we feel what you are feeling. We know you desire a better life for yourself, for your children and families, and for all those that you love. We promise that it is now time, dear one, for you to be elevated to the next level of your journey and to begin experiencing love, peace, happiness, freedom, perfect health, and abundance. All things happen in this universe at the right moment and when a being is ready, and this moment is now. Do not judge by what you think you see happening around you every day, dear one, in the 3D matrix world. The busyness, chaos, and madness of 3D has nothing to do with what is happening on a higher level right now, and that matrix of illusion is being quickly disassembled as we speak. Trust us. We are doing advanced work outside of planet Earth's atmosphere and helping to activate your DNA to a higher order by sending the exact amounts of gamma light which your human vessels can integrate without damage to your layered bodies. We are one star nation among tens of thousands of fifth-dimensional groups who are working together on your behalf to liberate planet Earth. We work side by side with the Pleiadians of the fifth dimension because they interface best with humans. Atla-Ra scientists and priests have worked directly with the Pleiadians since the early days of Atlantis. Let us tell you more about us. We are a very ancient group known as the Atla-Ra, who once settled the earth when it was a paradise. Our society is a compassionate, matriarchal, guided one, with no leaders, as everyone leads themselves in a sovereign, intelligent way, and respects all other sentient life. There are many males in our group who make up what is called the White Brotherhood. Many of you are our close family and may have distant memories of our beautiful home on Earth, Atlantis. You see, the reason we are at this time and the reason we understand what you are experiencing and feeling right now on your ascension journey, dear one, is because eons ago we were attempting to do the same thing. We have evolved to many levels now beyond the days of Atlantis, and as you know personally, spiritual beings can face challenges in the beginning stages of their grand spiritual awakening. Our crew is comprised mostly of scientists, DNA engineers, crystal technicians, energy healers, and planetary teachers. We are communicating at this time to the starseeds of Earth through direct and coded telepathic messages that are only entrusted to key members of the Earth Alliance on the surface of the Earth. The universal collective contract that all of us agreed to specified the point in time when the ascension of planet Earth would occur is now ready to be executed. Unconscious humans of Earth are behind right now in their spiritual evolution and are in no way ready to ascend to the status of a compassionate, advanced galactic civilization. Trust that they will all come later at the right moment, but for now you must keep the focus on what you are doing, because you are the one that will assist them when the time is right. Now we desire to give you more advanced information. What kind of technology are we using to send this plasma energy to the Earth and to activate your DNA? We are the Atla-Ra, the Atlanteans, and we are experts at the crystal and DNA technology. There is an Akash of data stored on your Earth Internet about civilization. Your Earth Internet was derived directly from the ancient Lemurian, Atlantean, Athena net, which served as an etheric internet in our time. Your modern-day computers are derived also from our crystal technology. You are arriving close to the ancient Atlantean level of crystal computer technology with your quantum computers. Your Earth DNA scientists are also close to the level of the ancient Atlantean DNA science with your current understanding of stem cell technology. You will figure out in your future that you can regenerate a human body indefinitely. You will not be able to achieve this until you evolve enough spiritually first. When we say evolve enough, we simply mean to at least the 5th dimensional level. At this level you will only honor life, and every action that you take will come from pure, unconditional love, goodness, and great wisdom and knowing. More Atlantean history and more about our crystal technology and how your DNA is being upgraded in this modern age. In ancient days, when Atlantis flourished on Earth, each of our 12 colonies were sustained completely by Andara crystal technology. Our 12 Grandmaster Andara crystals were 50-foot-tall obelisks of beautiful, translucent, colored monoatomic Andara crystal. Each colony had its own uniquely colored Andara crystal that emitted a soft, magical glow of Andara light that lit up each Atlantean colony for miles. In those days, we used Andara crystal technology to transmit power for unlimited layered body rejuvenation and health, multi-dimensional communications as computers, all electrical components, to move through space and time, to manifest anything we desire, to control weather and almost anything you can think of. This may sound a bit incredible at first, but as you will soon learn, it's all true. A bit of Atlantean Andara historical background. Throughout the advanced and beautiful ancient city of Atlantis, master power grid crystals, called posers, were triangulated and connected through an alloyed gold-copper rod under a spherical dome that could be angled to receive specific stellar, solar, and gravitational energy waves. This was a system used to power Atlantean homes, offices, media and theaters, manufacturing concerns, medical centers, schools, and businesses. The poser system was received in each structure by receiving crystal units of various sizes. The Poser system was also able to receive specialized refracted light and feed it into the ley energy system for use in the interdimensional tunnel system, and feed crystalline light into the conductive earth currents to raise the frequency into a semi-aware electromagnetic plasmic field of benevolent energy capable of retaining spiritual frequencies. A great crystalline satellite, referred to as the second moon of Atlantis, floated above in the skies and received amplified and reflected refined energy back to the crystals for various beneficial purposes. It served both the posers and the master crystals used in temples. Specialized energy fields were projected into agricultural and crystal growing areas to amplify and accelerate growth, as well as into universities, hospitals, schools, offices, factories, and workplaces to create a sense of well-being and invigoration for Atlantean workers and students. Now the temples were astonishing works of sacred geometry and stunning architecture. Many of the great temples were covered in a dome of projected crystalline, amplified light, somewhat like a glowing force field. Others were set within pyramids degreed at very specific angles. The energy fields projected above both the sphere domes and the pyramids were of various colors and glowed in day and night like the aurora. Some temples projected domes and fields of vibratory light and resonant sound frequencies that amplified the senses and chakras. Others amplified the receptive learning ability of the mind, and others enabled multidimensional consciousness, communication, and transport. The pyramidal form was used primarily for multidimensional receival and transmission. The dome spheres were used to amplify the fields received for specific purpose. Most of the major populated areas and cities during the golden age of Atlantis had crystalline power domes of energy plasmic fields above them. When observed from a distance, these energy plasma fields would appear as if they were a tangible glass, but they were not solid, rather subatomic plasma. Poseida. Each of the 12 master crystals were networked with a series of satellites. In the golden age of Atlantis, the pyramids were 3- and 4-sided, depending on their utility, in general made of marble, granite, and complex crystals. The 3-sided pyramids were used as antennas to draw and amplify energies and feed them into the Poser grid to power homes, factories, and create energy fields for various utilities. The crystalline satellite was used to reflect the angled stellar energy waves into these triangulated grids. There were over 100 of these triangulated pyramidal grid complexes. They were set up in concentric triangulation patterns all over the planet. They established a hemispheric grid network of crystalline and electromagnetic energy, dividing the areas of Atlantis, America, Africa, Mediterranean, Europe, and South America into different demographic centers for powering of population centers and to modulate weather patterns and tides. The areas of Mongolia and Tibet were also part of this complex, connected by interdimensional ley tunnels. However, the largest groupings of these were in the homelands of Atlantis. The 4-sided pyramids were essentially temple complexes set as full octahedrons and used for healing, learning, regeneration, and spiritual purposes. These were not triangulated and generally set on hilltops or along the coastlines to receive both telluric and celestial energies. The lands below the center plane were excavated to allow for the downward pyramid of the octahedron design construct, thus connecting energetically to both above and below. The law of one, contingency of Poseida, were devoutly spiritual people and sought equality among the people and a unification of oneness. Their skin was toned as a golden hue, but was very translucent. Their auric fields were visible to all, thus the stages of spiritual mastery were immediately discernible by the colors and the size of the auric Merkana. The highest among the Atla-Ra exuded Merkara, the energy of the Avatar. They were able to operate in complete consciousness of multidimensionality to manifest and regenerate at will. As such, they cannot be truly compared to present humans. Their bodies were luminous, and the degree of physical manifestation was far less dense than the humans in the present paradigm of reality. In Merkana and Merkara format, the masters of Atla-Ra did not truly consider themselves of the earth. The Merkara field of the Avatar, even in physical manifestation in 3D, was primarily an earth via 12D. They required very little food consumption as their bodies were bioplasmic in nature, thus the longevity, for they were above linear space and duality time. In their wisdom and nature, they were quite detached from the density aspect of the earth. They existed above the polarity, yet were in a form of light physicality. A highly disciplined and evolved sect of scientist priests held the technical wisdom and expertise of managing the crystal power grids. The vast majority of Atla-Ra were of the tall golden race, but there were also members from the bronze, white, Lemurian brown, and cetacean races. At that time there were still avatar-level cetacean dolphins beings that walked on two legs, verbally communicated and breathed air in a similar fashion to humankind. The avatar cetacean were golden in skin coloration and are the source of those termed the golden dolphin. The golden dolphin were harbingers of the aspect termed matriarchal, an energy that you term feminine, divine, although they were primarily non-gendered in the physical sexual sense of the present paradigm. The sect of scientist priests were referred to as the Atla-Ra. The Atla-Ra maintained the highest standards of consciousness and were able to continue vibrating at very high frequencies of consciousness at and above the level of 12th dimensional light and energy, remaining very pure and resonant with the true oneness concept of the Creator God. They sustained higher dimensional telepathic contact with the advanced space brethren from the Pleiades, Arcturus, Andromeda, and Sirius. Many of you today are ancient reincarnated members of this Atlantean Atla-Ra sect. The Atla-Ra priests were highly disciplined, revered, and traditionally separate, above and exempt from governmental controls, and thus kept the knowledge and senior management of crystal technology largely in the wise and benevolent hands of the sect. There were some technicians and crystal engineers from the Poseidon populace involved who were not in the Atla-Ra sect. The scientist priests of the Atla-Ra were both male and female and were capable of great lifespans, both through the regeneration of mind power and through the technology of the same in the Temple of Rejuvenation. Many lived lifetimes in the same biology for 6,000 years, some to 12,000 years. Much of the original Atlantean technology has been preserved through this holy sect, and core Atlantean knowledge has been handed down among the Atla-Ra sect members for eons. Many brilliant souls were among these. The entities you know as Galileo, Isaac Newton, Einstein, Tesla, Edison, Marcel Vogel, and Da Vinci were among the Atla-Ra. The secret Atlantean society still exists in modern time and is known as the White Brotherhood of Atlantis. Many of you, especially your artists, have great recall of the capital city of Atlantis, located in the region of Poseidon. It was termed the Emerald City because of the glowing green light dome projected over it. Arion was the largest of the Atlantean islands and the most populated. Arion was the commercial center and yielded the most influence from the economic, agricultural, and military perspective. After the second deluge, Arian was significantly damaged